What's up guys, Jackson here at Toasty DIY, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Makita XCU06 little 10-inch chainsaw. Let's get right into it. So this is a lubricated 10-inch chainsaw that comes in around $200. It's a brushless motor from Makita. It is a true Makita brand saw. You can get a lot of knockoff ones, especially in the 6-inch variety, because I don't think Makita actually makes a smaller chainsaw than this. But as I said in the beginning, this one does actually take chain and bar lubricant, so you actually can fill it up right here. It does have some clear peering sights to be able to see in. It is fully adjustable. It does have a really nice sturdy metal bar and everything. Comes with a nice chain that's good to go from the factory. Really all you gotta do when you get this is unbox it, make sure that the chain and everything is tight, which may require loosening this bolt, which they do include a full kit with this chainsaw, but no battery is included unless you pay extra for that. I actually ended up getting a 4-pack of some knockoff 5 amp hour 18-volt lithium ion batteries. They're not nearly as good as the OEM, but they do save you a lot of money, especially in the short term. But I do always recommend keeping a couple of name brand Makita batteries on hand because they do last a lot longer. They typically will have a little more power. So I really like them. It does actually have a chain brake right here, which is pretty cool. So it really has everything that like a legit full-size gas-powered chainsaw would have. The batteries actually slide in sideways on these. If I can get it out, there we go. So just like this, you take your battery, slide it in. Like I said, just holds a single. They recommend a 5 amp hour, but of course you could go bigger. They do make all the way up to, like, I think a 9 amp hour. So yeah, you can definitely have a lot of use with this. And I think with the 5 amp hour, they actually say you can cut through about 200 pieces of 2x4 essentially before the battery dies. You do have double safety. So for one, as you can see, I have to push the back and this for it to go, and two, it's not going right now because you also have to actually turn the saw on. Another thing I like is it is actually variable speed to an extent. Now, I don't really know how many speeds exactly it has, but it's not a ton. It's maybe only like 3 or 4, but it is variable based on how far you have the trigger pulled in. And yeah, I mean, other than that, there's really not much to it. As you can see, it's already a little dusty because I did use it like once or twice already, and I figured, hey, I should probably go ahead and actually make a video over this saw because it seems pretty good so far. But is a $200 good? Yeah, as you can see, smaller things, this thing just absolutely does with ease. I mean, no issues there. Alright, so now that we've taken some weight off of a lot of these trees, I know the reason a lot of you guys came here is you're probably wondering how big of a diameter branch could this thing really cut. And obviously, since it's lubricated, realistically you could cut most the size of the actual bar, like 10-inch, but you're only going to get so many cuts out of your chain, especially depending on what kind of wood it is, how hard it is, and just how quickly you burn the chain up essentially. But this right here, I mean, as you can see, it's pretty much the thickness of the saw. It's basically like a dead tree that kind of grew into another tree. So I'm just gonna kind of go at it, see what this does. Battery's still running, I think, pretty strong. Yeah, we're at 3 out of 4 bars on the generic no-name brand battery. That is new though, keep in mind, so it'll probably have some decent life until we really put some use on it. So let's try to do a few cuts in this and see what happens. wasn't bad at all. Like some firewood. And now that there's no weight on it, it's kind of a tunnel with a bit of wood. I'm getting a red light, not blinking or anything. Maybe did we get it too hot? Maybe. Battery still shows 2 bars. All right, so we finished the cut. I'll have to look up what that red light means. I'm not really sure. I mean, we're green now. It's cool that it has LED indicators, but I can only assume that maybe it got too hot. I wouldn't really recommend using the saw for stuff this thick consistently, but I think every once in a while, you know, it'll be fine, especially if you keep some extra chains on hand. These 10-inch chains shouldn't be super expensive. I mean, overall, works amazing for like the, I'd say like 1 to 4 inch stuff, and then obviously getting to like this, you know, much thicker, you know, these much thicker pieces. I mean, at one point I'm sure this is probably like 10-inch diameter, maybe 8 through. Definitely pretty thick for the saw, but it did it just fine. We got about 4 cuts, and then we got the little red LED indicator, but we have been running it pretty much straight this whole time we've been testing the saw out. So yeah, I mean, overall guys, I definitely do have to recommend this saw. You know, I'll have links in the description down below that will be affiliate links for the batteries and the saw. You know, great safety design. I love that it's actually lubricated and not just like I'm going to be replacing chains every 5 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.